Hi, I'm Mel,
I'm Janelle.
and this is the Murder Mamas.
Hello.
Hello, welcome. It's
We're
been a
back.
while.
It really has.
It's been a long time,
I don't know how long
like weeks,
yeah. Well, we're back.
multiple weeks.
So if you missed us, hi. If you didn't, well,
I don't know. We got a lot of downloads today for some reason.
interesting.
We haven't been really getting a lot, but then
Well,
today,
track and
well, yeah, that's exactly that's what I thought. And then I looked today, and I was like, "What the fuck?"
interesting.
Thankful.
Yes. Thank you.
So we are going to do. It's like a TV show with episodes.
Episodic TV.
Yeah, there we go. And it's called Fatal Destination, and it's on Hulu.
Yeah.
And we're going to do episodes 1 and 2.
Alrighty.
So episode 1 is Baja Noir.
Yes.
Okay.
Is that, why are you so not confident?
I don't know. Words are hard for me.
Yeah.
I don't spell.
You also spelled it wrong.
No, I didn't. Did I?
I don't know, maybe. I
copied it from the thing.
Okay. I'm also not a good speller.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So we start out and we're talking about Jake.
Talking about Jake.
And he was adopted.
What?
And his parents worked for ExxonMobil, both of them.
Here in Houston.
And they bought a lot of stock, which is like amazing. I was like, right then, I'm like, oh, there we go. He's set for life.
Yeah.
And inherited, obviously, all their money when they died.
Correct.
Yeah.
So he was a Houston, like Beaumont native, and he got several $1 million when his parents passed away.
I don't know how much.
I think it said 3.
Oh, really? I didn't even hear
it was
how
like
much.
several million.
Yeah.
And Jake, we're meeting all of his friends.
Yeah.
And they have very kind things to say about them.
They do,
about
but they
him.
seem kind of old. Don't they?
I mean, Jake.
He was 50, but like the people that were interviewed looked like they were in their like 60s, like late 60s.
I'm not going to.
I guess it doesn't matter.
I'm not going to guess anyone's age
Okay.
or weight. I don't know how old you are, how much you weigh, baby. You're just a person.
Yeah.
But so he had like a tight-knit friend group.
Yeah.
And they all have really nice things to say about them. One that we hear from is Lori. And they kind of talk like Jake loved the beach and he spent so much time in Galveston and Crystal Beach and all these places here.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
This doesn't feel like the beach to me. Like, I know that it's the beach, but it's like not the beach.
It's not the beach. It's not the same.
It's really not the same.
I still like going there during the summer.
Oh, yeah, of course.
But yeah, it's not the same.
As long as it hasn't rained recently and there's not a ton of bacteria.
Jellyfish.
Fuck those jellyfish. Any hoosers. So he really liked the beach, and they're kind of trying to make the connection that he liked the beach so much, which is why he was looking to move to
get a second house.
To get a second house in Rosarito, Mexico.
Yeah.
And this Did you get what I meant in my text?
Yeah, I didn't know about it, so I was like, okay, I haven't watched it yet. And then I was like, okay, no.
Okay, so this documentary is really painting Rosarito as like a very upscale resort town.
15 miles away from Tijuana.
It's not.
No.
Like, I'm going to be really on. It's a wonderful little place.
Yeah.
But I would not consider it classified as an upscale, like, resort town.
No, I would not buy a house there.
No, I would not buy a $200,000 condo.
No, that wouldn't be the place.
I was dumbfounded at the price. I'm like, you can buy a whole ass house.
Yeah.
Here for almost $200,000. You're gonna buy a luxury condo.
Yeah. And it didn't look luxury with the pictures. It was like that.
I was luxury in air quotes. They were taking this rich white man for his money.
Yeah.
Because ain't no way. Like, I was dumbfounded. But it's not a resort town. I mean, go visit.
Yeah.
Have fun.
The beach looks nice.
Yeah.
It showed some pretty pictures of the beach. Yeah. but that's about it. And his friend Lori was the one that suggested that he go down there to look around because her sister lives there.
Correct.
Yeah.
And I don't know where I was going with that.
I don't know.
My
So
brain
he,
shut off.
yeah. I didn't realize it was only 35 minutes from San Diego.
Mhm.
That's pretty close.
35 miles.
35 miles. Yeah.
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 It's not 35 minutes.
No.
Minutes.
3 hours.
Yeah. Like, wait. That's not it. And you also have to drive through Tijuana to get there.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's a little.
Did you ever go to Tijuana?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Sure did.
Dude, I don't know how we got back alive.
Sure did go to Tijuana.
And they were talking about like 10 years ago where Tijuana was really bad. And I'm like, well, I went more than 10 years ago. But like, yeah, I never drove into Tijuana. I parked here
And walked across
and
the
walked
bridge.
across the bridge. But shit, we got fucking wasted because it was 18 is the
Mhm.
drinking age. So yeah, I'm glad nothing bad happened to
It's a
us.
long drive to go to TJ, like
It is
for you guys.
for us, yeah. But we did it.
It's like a rite of passage.
Yeah,
I think.
it really is.
Yeah. That my kids will never experience.
God, fuck no.
Thank God.
No. That's why we have Life 360 now.
Right.
Anyway, he was excited. He went down there, picked a condo, and he went to go pick up his keys. And
This is May 1st.
May 1st, 2015.
I was going to say, yeah, 2015.
Yeah. He crosses the border.
That's 10 years ago, right? Yes.
Yep. 25. Yeah.
Okay.
2025.
I was talking about when Rosa Parks maybe died, and I was like, someone was like, yeah, it was pretty recent. And I was like, okay, it was like a decade ago.
Yeah.
In like 2005. And then I was like,
oh God.
Oh, that's actually 2 decades ago, and I'm real sad now. Whoopsies.
Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah.
So he gets there and pulls into a hotel to stay there before I guess he gets the keys and everything.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like supposed to get the keys the next day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we find out that at 3 a.m., the cops are driving on the side of the road and there's a car parked there. And it's not in a usual spot that like you would park a car.
It's also a very nice car.
Yeah, it's a very nice car and it's not the greatest neighborhood, like right there. It didn't seem like. Yeah. So they pull over to find out what's going on.
Yeah.
Check it out. And they look in the
They
car.
have great intentions.
Yeah. No wallet, no watch nothing there. And then they're looking around and they see blood. There's a lot of blood dragged down the hill. Like I was like, holy shit, that's a lot of blood.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he was stabbed 24 times.
A lot of times to stab someone.
And his stomach was open and his guts were hanging out. And they blurred out the picture and I was really mad about that. I want to see.
I don't.
I do.
I'm actually okay.
No.
With not seeing someone.
I hate that they blur out everything. True crime TV. I want to see. Show me what it looks like.
I'm sure you could Google it if you want to have that sort of search history.
Yeah. There were no fingerprints on the car either. So like nothing was there. They were like, we have absolutely nothing. And then we find out later that it was Jake and he had checked into the hotel with another male.
Mm-hmm.
And that person, they went to dinner together and then that person left around 11 p.m. on his motorcycle.
Well, left.
Yeah. Quote, left.
Yeah. Put that in air quote.
Told the cops that he went back to
San Diego.
Mm-hmm. And then it says Jake left the hotel to pick up his friend. They were thinking that maybe his bike broke down. So he went to go get him, but that didn't happen because he ended up on the side of the road. So I don't know. They didn't explain that very much.
Well, I think that might have been like the ruse.
Okay.
that was used to
Yeah.
get him.
Right. No, I know that.
Yeah.
But like, how did he end up? Oh, he was probably parked there. Okay.
Correct.
Yeah. Okay. Don't mind me.
Wow, you'll get there eventually. Just got to really connect all those dots. Holy
I've
Melissa.
taken all my medications for the night. So
Holy moly. You're like, well, how was he on the guy? Oh, man, Melissa.
okay. So blah 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 blah.
Moving on, moving on, moving on.
Then they find out that the motorcycle man, they don't know who he is yet, went back to the hotel to try and get some of his items that he had left there. And the hotel staff was like, this is a crime scene. You can't just like take items from someone else's hotel room. Like he wasn't listed on the room. Jake was. Yeah. So he goes into the police station willingly and is like trying to be helpful, saying, my friend, you know, this is my friend. I'm really sad. I don't know, like, let me know what I can do to help you. And
oh, Icarus, you flew too close to the sun, my friend.
yeah. So then we go 2 years earlier. We go back 2 years. And he was saying that he was talking with his friends. And
okay, you're going to have to say who is he, because we've now talked about several he's.
Jake was talking to his friends and said that he had met someone new in his life. And his name is David.
David.
And they established he was a porn star.
Yeah, they spent a lot of time talking about how David was a porn star.
Yeah, I don't know why.
How muscular David was.
They showed pictures.
So many pictures of David, like lifting weights and being very muscular.
Yeah.
I was like,
okay.
Interesting.
Yeah.
He had like the deepest dimple.
Yeah.
That was so unsettling almost.
Yeah.
I was like,
And Jake was 50 and David was 25. So there's a little bit of an age difference there. Just a little. And it seemed like Jake was really infatuated with him. Yeah. He paid for everything. He paid for supposed David's school.
His nursing school?
His nursing school that he didn't know the name of. That he couldn't answer any questions.
He couldn't answer what program he was in. He couldn't say whether or not he had learned how to take a blood pressure.
Yeah, and so that was weird because Jake and David had gone out with Jake's friends, and one of them was a nurse, and so she's asking him questions, like normal questions, like "What school do you attend?" And he couldn't answer that question. Like, obviously, he wasn't going. So then we find out he gets the money back and uses it for personal use.
Part of me feels really like all throughout the entire time I feel very sad for Jake, because I'm like, to want to be loved so bad that you're willing to overlook all of this is like, it breaks my heart.
Yeah,
it really does.
It does. So
David is clearly using him,
right?
He is like a sugar baby.
Yeah, they call each other baby, and I was like, don't do that.
I mean, mostly because you're just getting taken advantage of. I don't care.
Yeah.
That you're both men. That's
right. No. It was just like the fact that he was getting taken advantage of. So David goes back to San Diego, and Jake's will goes into probate. We moved back to...
Yeah, well, and then they find a lot of interesting things about his will, right? Like, they spend a fair amount of time talking about how his will is like a holographic will, which means that it was written by hand on stationery from a hotel room. Yeah. Where he's leaving everything to David.
Which I didn't think was I didn't think that would be legal.
Apparently,
like I would think that you'd have to get
like notary,
a notary or something.
Apparently it is.
They did a handwriting analysis and they concluded that they didn't know if it was
And another thing that I forgot, in Mexico, when you buy property,
Yeah.
you list who your next
Yeah.
like who the beneficiary is going to be.
Yeah.
And you'll never guess
Who he put down.
who was listed.
Yeah.
Can you guess? It was David.
It was David.
So David is set to receive like a lot.
Yeah.
A lot of money.
A lot of money.
And I thought it was interesting. One of Jake's friends is talking about how Jake had always said, like, I want to leave my estate to like different organizations to like help animals and kinds of things like that.
Yeah.
And so she thought it was really interesting that he had like handwritten this will.
Yeah.
To leave everything to David. And so her assumption was that David had coerced him or like Jake had been drunk and David had like sort of like forced him into like manipulated him into it.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah. I mean, if you're drunk, you probably do things that you wouldn't normally do.
Well, if you like start a fight and you're trying, you know.
Oh
like,
yeah. I think they did have a fight.
Yeah. Like, and he was trying
if you
to
love
like
me.
If you love me, you'll leave me everything.
Yeah. Which is like, they just started dating. Like, who says that? Who does that? I don't even understand. Like, I would be like, what the fuck? No, I'm not going to leave you my shit. Like, I've known you for 4 months.
That's what I'm saying. Like, that's where it gets really, to me, it gets really sad.
Yeah. That's what happened.
Wanted to be loved so bad that he was willing to overlook those kinds of things.
Yeah. Okay, so.
So.
Let's take a quick break.
If you're a podcast host or someone wanting to be interviewed on podcasts as a guest, visit podmatch.com. Podmatch automatically connects ideal podcast guests and hosts together for interviews. We always say it works just like a dating app, but instead of connecting you for dates, it connects you for podcast interviews. Podmatch has connected over 85,000 guests and hosts together for interviews that listeners love, all while saving you countless hours of administrative work through built-in automations. If you're ready to level up your podcast interviews on either side of the mic, start today by visiting podmatch.com.
Oh, we kind of already talked about most of that stuff, I think.
We find out that David has a girlfriend who is pregnant living in San Diego.
They're engaged.
And I think it was owned by his boss, and he was waiting for his boss to die so he could take the apartment over. Did you hear that?
I don't recall.
Yeah.
No, they were talking about David.
Oh, they were
talking about Jake.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because he had told his girlfriend that he worked for George, and George was like this wealthy man, and George had this condo in Rosarito.
Okay. That confused me.
So that's what he had told Taylor.
Yeah.
But Taylor had no idea. Well,
I don't think she did in the beginning.
Yeah.
It seemed like she was pretty naive about that. I would think. I don't know. They didn't know.
Okay, which then makes me feel like if this guy is able to like be scummy enough to play both of them, then there's something probably really charismatic about this guy.
Yeah.
Like he's doing something that is able to convince not one, but two separate people that he wants to be with them enough to leave them all of their money and have a baby with them.
Right.
Like, or he's really good at preying on the right kind of people.
Yeah.
So
they were saying David would be texting both of them the same thing.
Exact same
thing. So like he was at the gym and be like, oh, I'm hurting so bad afterwards and my muscles are sore. And then he would say the exact same thing to Jake after he texted it to his fucking fiance. Like, so that's got to be so hard.
Could you imagine trying to keep up with that?
No.
I'm like exhausted thinking about it. So he lies though, because he tells the police that he left and crossed the border at 11 p.m.
Yeah.
But of course there's cameras everywhere.
Right.
And so they don't see him crossing the border until 3:40 something in the morning, which is like literally minutes after David's body has been located.
Yeah.
Clearly like there's not one smoking gun. There's like all these little things that they're able to build this case against him.
That's adding up.
And the FBI says they really thought that he really thought he was going to get away with it.
Yeah.
He doesn't.
Why wouldn't he? Yeah. So 7 months after the murder, David and Taylor are both arrested. David was convicted and sentenced to life, and Taylor was what was it?
What was she? Something like conspiracy
to
obstruct justice.
Yeah,
there's a word there.
Object.
Object.
I object.
And she got 21 months in prison
Yeah.
as a new mother with a very tiny baby.
Yeah,
because of David.
Yeah. So she had to give her baby to somebody else to watch.
Yep. And Jake's estate goes through probate, and a portion of it goes to
his first. We find out he had a boyfriend for a long time.
Why would he get it?
I know, and he got a portion of it.
Yeah, and some of his family, like that it was alive, had gotten it. I'm like,
yeah.
So the animals got nothing. Like he still didn't get his wishes.
That's what I was thinking. I'm like, I thought he said he was going to leave it to the animals. Like, why is he leaving it to an ex-boyfriend? Maybe he just didn't change.
Yeah, I don't know.
But I guess once you get convicted of murder, you can't inherit.
That is true. The more you know.
The more you know.
You can't inherit the estate of people you've murdered.
Which, what are you going to do with it in jail anyway? So,
I mean, so avoided. Like,
yeah.
So senseless. Just why? And so anger filled.
Yeah, the fact that he was stabbed 24, like, how angry, and his stomach coming out, and like, that's overkill. They said like he would have died after like 3 stab wounds. Like, there was no reason for him to keep going, which is really weird.
How do you like compartmentalize your life in such a way?
Yeah.
I just have the hardest time, like, to be able to have 2 completely separate lives that don't wild. I would, the amount of diarrhea I would have from the nerves of that, like, oh God.
Yeah.
My stomach would be a wreck.
I asked Auntie once, I'm like, could you ever have like a double life? And he's like, absolutely not. You are tiring enough. Like, I could not do that. There is no way. Yeah. Okay. So that one ends. Then we move on to episode 2, and it's called Where's Emily?
¿Dónde está Emily?
¿Dónde está Emily?
She's not in Mexico.
No, she's not. She had nothing to do with Mexico. And on October 15th, 2021, Emily and Joseph, her husband, were on their 1-year marriage anniversary. And they decided that this is during COVID, they decided they wanted to live like the van life. So,
barely during COVID.
Yeah.
It's 2021.
So convert the van into like a livable, which was very small. I couldn't do that. And they were driving from
Rhode Island
to
no. New Hampshire
to Vermont.
Which is like a stone's throw.
Yeah, it was like, that's not
like this big. The states are so teeny.
That's what I was thinking. I'm like, did you go anywhere else? Like, you're talking about the gap or the van life. So Emily sent a message that they had arrived, and that was the last conversation she had with her mom.
It was.
Which is sad. And Emily was described as having like a warmth. Her best friend said that she was like willing to please everybody, and she had some pretty bad relationships in the past. So I think she said she was kind of used to being mistreated,
unfortunately, which is really sad.
Yeah. So that was hard to hear. And her best friend introduced her to Joseph
When she was 20,
when she was
right?
20, and he was like
41.
40,
Or she was
41.
21 and he was 41.
41,
There was a
yeah.
20-year age difference,
Yeah.
which is like,
Again, with the age difference thing.
I know, but this one's reversed.
Yeah.
And he was a tattoo artist. So her best friend was working as like an apprentice.
Mm-hmm.
And he's a tattoo artist. And she introduces them, and like it's like really fast.
Yeah. 4 months later, they elope
Alone.
alone. And she sends a picture of her ring, like, to her mom.
And her mom says she was so sad she wasn't able to be there.
Yeah, of course.
Like, I also probably her mom, I think deep down, like most people get a good sense of who people are.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And her mom had been with people that had like hurt Emily. They didn't really get into a lot of details, but
No.
she had a stepdad who had been in her life since she was like early teens, like 13-ish, 12 or 13.
Yeah.
And he talks about how he had to really work hard to like gain her trust because of how she was mistreated previously.
And he seemed like a nice guy.
He really did.
Yeah.
Like he really cared about the mom and Emily and
her brother. Yeah.
Yeah.
So 1 year later, October 18th, 2021, the parents, they hear Joseph's motorcycle come back.
Oh, because they were also living on their parents' driveway.
Yeah, they were living in their parents' driveway. I guess the band
in
might
their
have
van.
had. Yeah. Okay. Been hearing that all night. I don't know what's going on.
Okay.
So he gets back and he's like, "Where's Emily?" And the parents are like, "I don't know. Like, why would she be here? Why wouldn't she be with you?" And he said the bus was broken down, so he got a ride. He had his own motorbike, and he picked it up from his friend.
If you ever call it a motorbike again,
He said that.
But if you ever call it again, I will hurt you.
I only said that because they said that. So I wasn't sure if there was a difference between a motorbike and a motorcycle. Like, if there was, like, I don't know. So I called it a motorbike. I have motorcycle written down, but...
Oh, and so you went off script.
I went off script. So, he said they got into a fight and she left. And the reason why this case seemed like the cops got involved, and it seemed very like the Gabby Petito case, which had happened 4 months earlier.
Yeah, so this is also still on everyone's mind.
Yeah.
And eerily similar to Gabby Petito.
Yeah.
Like,
blonde hair.
I mean,
young.
they looked similar, but also similar. Like just the significant other showed up without them.
Yeah.
And it wasn't an immediate like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
It was like,
I hadn't heard of this case, though. Gabby Petito exploded.
I think because this one, like, didn't take as long to find.
Oh, yeah.
Her.
Yeah, probably.
We do find out where Emily is.
Yes.
Not pleasant.
So 48 hours missing, Joseph went back to see if he could find her, quote unquote. And he had Emily's driver's license and gave it to his mother-in-law.
And tried to say that he had the license because Emily gave it to him because they were going to buy alcohol.
Yeah. And that if they needed proof that she was 21, I was like, he's 41. So if he's buying the alcohol, she doesn't need an ID.
I mean, sometimes they will ID both people, you know, like if you're buying stuff. So I understood that, but like,
that was weird. I don't know why he would have that, though.
You let her walk away on like a rural road.
Yeah.
With zero identification.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Just like a red flag.
Red flag. So then we find out that Joseph has a friend named Sarah, And Joseph decided to stay at Sarah's house for the weekend.
The weekend that she's missing.
That she's
so when
missing.
he's saying, like, the car's in the shop and blah, blah, blah. No, he stayed at Sarah's house that whole weekend.
And, like, lived his life.
Well, and also, the van's not in the shop.
The van's not in the shop.
It is at Sarah's house.
Yeah.
So the police go and they search the van.
Yes.
And they don't find, like, immediate signs of a struggle.
No, there's no blood that they see, no struggle.
There are a lot of trash bags, like big black contractor trash bags,
right,
in the bathroom, like the shower, that they pick up and put down.
Yeah.
And say, well, it feels like trash.
Yeah. It doesn't feel like heavy enough to be human parts. And I was like, why didn't you open the bag? And then we find out later that they didn't have a warrant.
Yeah.
They had probable cause because she was missing, but not a warrant. So I'm thinking that's why they couldn't open the bag. Like, if they thought it was body parts.
Or if there was, like, blood or hair or something. Yeah. Or smell, then they could continue. But because there was none of those things, they just had to walk away.
Yeah.
Which I bet was really hard for them.
Yeah.
Like, once everything came out.
I'm
really
sure.
Hard.
Yeah. I'm sure.
What else? Oh, I was also going to mention that she was like 5 feet tall.
Yeah.
And he was like...
He's like 6'2".
Yeah, like over a foot taller than her. So she's not a big person.
No.
Just going to throw that out there.
Yeah. And apparently Joseph would follow her to work. And, like, make sure that she actually went to work.
Okay, well, Joseph was very, very abusive. Yeah. And the way that her family speaks about this makes me feel really sad because they talk about how she would have bruises and, like...
On her thighs.
And would... What does her stepdad say? They said it was, like, from kinky sex.
Kinky sex.
And then they had to have a discussion about how you can't have kinky sex that leaves bruises. I'm like, Jesus Christ, I hope I never have to have one of those kinds of discussions with my fucking kids. How uncomfortable.
I know. That was a little weird. I was like,
uncomfortable.
Okay.
It made me as uncomfortable as when you're watching Secret Lives of Mormon Wives. Taylor is actively talking about how she gets fucked by... I'm like, okay, can you not say this in front of your mom and stuff? Like, can you not do that, please? That makes me uncomfortable. Let's be more prudish, please.
Yeah.
But they also say, like, he's very controlling.
Yeah.
He was clearly being abusive.
Yeah.
Like, and they didn't do anything. They regret it.
Yeah.
They all say that.
Yeah.
Like, calling, not trying to get her out. They all felt like it would be bad enough and she would have a wake-up call.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, the rock bottom was her losing her life.
Yeah. And then a 911 call comes in from a guy who says that Joseph told him he killed his wife, and this was his friend that called, and he's walking down Route 39. So go get him, kind of thing. So,
which is actually really good for her. Like, good on his friend.
Good on his friend. Yeah. Because I don't know a lot of people that would do that. So the search begins to find Joseph, and they can't find him. Like, he's gone.
He's gone.
Like, the guy calls right after he leaves, and then they come out and they can't find him anywhere.
Yeah.
Of course, this is at nighttime too, so it'd be easier hiding, I would think.
Probably.
Yeah. And then we go back into Joseph's past. November 17th, there was a girl that he met, and she was going in with her friend to get a tattoo.
November of 2017.
2017, yeah. November 2017. And meets Joseph. And Joseph sends her a message.
She mentions, before you get there, this girl mentions that, she mentions that he was awkward and quiet and, like, so much older than her, because she was also newly 21, so much older than her that she was, like, really not interested in him at all. And he didn't talk to them at all, like, just gave them the tattoos. So And then go ahead.
she ends up with a message, and she was like, I don't know how you got my phone number. And then she was like, it's probably from the consent form that I was filled out to get a tattoo, which is really creepy. And he was like, hey, I want to go on a date.
No, like, hey, you're really pretty or
Yeah,
something.
you're really
Can I
pretty.
take you out? And
Yeah.
she says, again, she was not interested at all
Yeah.
in him because of the age difference and felt like he was kind of off.
Yeah.
But she said yes because she was in a bad place and
Yeah.
didn't know how to say no. And so they go on this date.
To his house. Yeah.
What kind of date? Like,
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah. And then he was like, let's smoke some weed. And she was like, I don't really want to. And then he pressures her and she takes a hit, just one hit. And then he's like, let's drink alcohol. And she's like, I actually don't want to do any of this. Like, I'm fine. And then she says,
they're like singing karaoke at his house or something.
Yeah. And then everything goes blank and she falls asleep.
Well, she mentions to him, like, I feel really strange. And she was only drinking water because she says, like, I had this, like, deep sense that there was something off.
Yeah.
And she says to him, did you drug me?
Yeah.
And then she remembers nothing else.
No. Nothing after that.
Until
she wakes up.
She wakes up and she's being raped by him.
Yeah.
And she says she's like trying to get away and he's pulling her back from behind her.
Yeah. And then she fell asleep again.
Correct.
And woke up at 6 a.m.
Ran out to her car.
Ran out the door to her car, drove away.
And called her mom.
Called her mom. They went to the hospital to get a rape kit done. And they had found his semen in her, but they couldn't determine if it was actual rape or not, which is ridiculous. Like, I don't know how they determined that.
I mean, probably like there wasn't
scarring.
Yeah.
But like not everybody's hardcore. Like, I don't know. I don't know. I just want to know how they determine that.
I mean, I'm not listening to women.
Yeah, I guess so.
Just like, what else is new? So she doesn't press charges or anything.
No, it wouldn't have gone anywhere.
No. And she knows that he's like beginning to see and get with Emily and get married and engaged. Like she sees this stuff on social media.
Yeah, she searches his Instagram to see what he's doing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And she says so badly, like she wishes she would have reached out to Emily and told her, but she didn't think that she would believe her and didn't want to be made out as like a liar or anything.
And she was scared of Joseph.
And she was scared. And so she never did.
Yeah.
And she regrets not doing it.
She regrets it, yeah. And then October 19th, 2021, the police are searching for him, and they walk into a store to get like an energy drink because they know they're going to be working all night. And who do they see there in a hooded jacket? Well, it's Joseph. And so the top lady was like, I'm going to get this asshole and we're going to take him in. And like nothing went wrong. She went up to him and was like, "Are you Joseph? Are you okay?" And
she says he takes like a long drink.
Yeah.
And then goes, yeah.
Yeah.
Like he knew.
Yeah. He knew it was up. Yeah. Yeah. And so he tells the story that he was watching the rain and she was disrupting his peace. So they had gotten to a fight, but then they stopped fighting and she went down to lay down on their bed. And he got so upset that he went and got one of his many guns that he had in the camper. I don't know why he had so many weapons.
Who knows?
I was like, what? After they started like listing them all off, I'm like, what the fuck? Who has all that? Like, who needs that? And he said he shot Emily in the head 2 times. And then he cut her body up and put them into those bags that the police had seen in the bathroom. He cut up her body. Like, that is way many steps beyond what you need to do.
I mean, you shouldn't murder your spouse at all. But, like, There's just something that makes my skin crawl so much. We've been doing this for years. Like,
Yeah.
we've talked about so many different ways people are disposed of and all these things.
Yeah.
And like the dismemberment and putting someone in there, like garbage.
Yeah.
Like, I wouldn't even put an animal
No.
in the trash.
No.
There's no way I would ever, ever, ever. I mean, I would never hurt another human because
Right.
I'm not that kind of person, but like, it just feels like a level so far in like maliciousness.
Yeah.
And like, you genuinely were able to be married to someone that you view as garbage.
Right.
And that is fucking sick. Like,
Yeah.
it really disturbs me.
Yeah. It's pretty bad. And the police go back because now they have a warrant.
Mm-hmm.
And they pick up the mattress and they move blankets and everything and they find blood on the bed. And then the woman detective goes into the bathroom and she says she picks up the bag and can feel she was trained to know what body parts felt like. And she was like, this is definitely body parts.
Yeah.
Which is like sad to know that, you know, like, you know that.
I know.
You're trained to know if it's body parts in a bag.
I know. Well, and she also says like it didn't smell because
No.
of the temperature outside.
Yeah.
Like, stops it from smelling.
Yeah. So like that's why the first time the cops went in there, they didn't smell anything. So they didn't have any probable cause to open up the bags.
I mean, what would have happened if they opened up? Like, it's not like they would have saved Emily.
No,
you know,
she was already dead. So
they just found out about it
a little bit later.
A little bit later.
Yeah. And in December 2024, the verdict, Joseph is found guilty of first-degree murder, and he is sentenced to 42.5 years without parole.
Why not life?
I don't know.
I didn't think they mentioned that.
They didn't. And 42.5 years is for dismembering.
Yeah.
Like, that goes way further than just killing someone.
Yeah. Like,
that should be life without parole.
They probably weren't able to get, because it was it's first degree, right?
It was first degree murder.
Yeah.
That was weird to me.
Yeah. I didn't recall them mentioning why it wasn't life. I don't recall.
No, I don't think they said anything.
But that was that. So
Yeah.
unfortunately, Emily, was found and it was not a positive outcome.
No.
I'm assuming with a show like Fatal Destination, none of them will be a positive outcome.
None of them.
But these are good. They're like 40 minutes long with
Yeah.
the ads and commercials and shit Hulu plays for you, but they're good.
I like
they're
it.
Like,
yeah, they're short and to the point.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't go on.
And not do another.
That's why I picked this one. I was like, oh, these are going to be good because they're like short stories and we can do 2 of them, you know, and it won't be that long.
Need a break from a series that's 5 episodes talking about the same thing.
Right.
You can't do that.
And then my notes just being all over the place.
I can't do it. I can't do it anymore. I quit.
So maybe we'll do this again and do some other episodes.
Yeah.
Episode 3, we covered that case already, so we're not going to do that.
That's why you said 4.
Yeah.
I was like, why did you say skip 1?
Yeah.
But
yes.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Bye. Thank you.
Thanks.
It recorded the whole time.